Hello everybody, welcome back to more Elden Ring. In this one we are going to be taking on the General Radahn. Now there's obviously going to be a little bit leading up to this, as of course this episode is a part of the walkthrough, and I want to make sure that the people following it are prepared to do everything that we're about to do. And being as I haven't showed the route we're about to take, I do need to have all of this in. So, we are currently at the Dragon Barrow Fork site of Grace here. If you haven't been here before, obviously you can teleport across to the Bestial Sanctum, cross the bridge, however you wish. Come down to this way. We're going to move along the road here to the shack over at the far end. Over there we're going to buy ourselves a healthy amount of serpent arrows. Probably just one stack's worth, so about 100. We probably won't need that many. 20 would in fact be enough to keep him poisoned for as long as I'm planning on him being poisoned for. But just in case you end up needing to do more than one attempt, it is going to be a good idea just to stock up on them, and I'm sure everybody can find a use for some extra poison arrows at some point. So we're going to head on straight over this way, past all of the Dragonis. Also, bear in mind, if you come over here at night time, a bell-bearing hunter is also going to aggro here. We are not hunting him right now. We'll be clearing out the last of the stuff that we need to do in Dragon Barrow after we've done Radahn, as I feel like that's kind of just how this angles itself in terms of level of difficulty. In fact, I actually even think it might even be harder than that. Being as this place drops a +8 and a +9 Sombering Stone, I feel like this is probably quite a high level area, even if we are able to get here quite early. So obviously once we're here, if this is your first time here, you are going to want to tag the Grace. And then we are going to speak to Mr. Merchant.
Well, it's been an 8. How can I help?
He's going to sell us serpent arrows. The reason we want these is because these build up poison faster than your usual poison arrows, and that is just going to be convenient for us. Now, obviously, if you are worried about General Radahn being maybe a little bit too difficult, it is a good idea to spend all of your runes on something. It's better to have spent them than to have lost them in the battle.
Have a safe. The
next thing then that you're going to want to have prepared, we obviously have the hornbow as casters, which we found down in the Siofra Riverwell. Anybody else that happens to be following this, pick the best bow that you have. I'm going to go and upgrade mine right now, so that it's causing the most damage that we can have it cause. I don't feel like you guys need to watch me do that, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Okay then, so with that done, my hornbow is ended up +17. Realistically speaking, this probably isn't going to do the majority of the damage heavy lifting, but it's there nonetheless, just so it'll do a little bit of extra tickle damage during his second phase. Next up then, we are going to want to go up the tower just here that is next to the Grace on the way into Redmane Castle, which is going to give us the... I can't remember what it's called, but basically it's an archery talisman that's going to increase our range damage. Whoa! If you don't get knocked off so very rudely by these guys, we'll then be able to go up the second ladder. I still can't remember what this talisman's called. Arrow's Sting, that's what it's called. A couple of guys in here. Ouch, excuse me, sirs. Arrow's Sting. So with that, we now do more ranged damage with the bow that we're going to be using, which is just handy. I'm sure many of you will agree. So you may, like, if you've come here early, you may be wondering why nothing's going to be firing at me as we go across here. Radahn's festival is currently in session, and we want to be basically going straight there, so we're going to use the teleport that's right in front of us. If you do need to run in, and you need like a route, basically when you come up, this gate should be closed. There's like a there's a ledge from here that allows you to jump onto this tower, which allows you to jump over this way, and then you can kind of skirt around the edge of the castle. There's a grace point about here-ish, which is what we want to make sure we tag, and why I want to do this whilst it's quiet. And Basically, there's an NPC that kind of announces everything. Once you speak to him, he resets the castle. But before we do that, we'll be taking out the dogs. But that's not the dogs, the cats. But that's a next episode thing. So we've got our arrows equipped. We have our Moonveil, all nice and happy hornbow. We're going to put on our arrows sting. And we are good. In terms of other stuff then, so we've got the Dragon Crest Shield +1 on here. That is going to just reduce our physical damage. Physical damage we take. I'm also in the Flask of Wondrous Physic, increasing my magic damage as well as reducing the amount of damage that I take by 30% with the ingredients that we've had in the previous episodes. Teleport time. So now that we are inside of Redmane Castle, and you may be like, oh my god, everything's all crazy. Kind of is, but just make sure you tag the Site of Grace here. We are going to want this. And also bear in mind, if you choose to respawn at this Site of Grace instead of the Site of Marika, you will have to go through this opening ceremony bit again. It is all nice and special. Blythe and the Potman should be here, provided you've been progressing their quest lines. I don't know whether or not you can fail them.
I must admit, you must have heard about stars.
But it is important to make sure that this is all here. Apparently talking to this guy is significant for his quest line. But I feel like whenever you see an NPC, you should be exhausting their dialogue anyway. She's a healer. When we summon her during this boss fight, that is going to be her own thing.
Indeed, I by the bar. Well, to think. But be sure to
There we go. And it should now be as simple as going to the gate in the back of this. I don't think we need to talk to the dude there. He's important after the boss fight. Now, there's some very specific stuff for this fight. Oh, no, I guess I do have to talk to him. Damn it, do you have to be so awkward, sir? I wonder what happens if you try killing me. Ready as I'll ever be. Let's go. Oh, I thought we had to go through the gate. Why did I think we had to go through the gate? No, we're going.
But now, we must make merry. Oh, gathering of the celebrate!
Here we go. Now can I go? Yeah, there we go. So I've got physic in there. Obviously, I'm going to have the summon. We've got our flasks available. So we are looking as ready as we'll ever be. Apologies if I end up a bit quiet during the fight, but basically he's going to open with like an arrow. You want to roll over the arrow. Directly in front of you will be like an obstacle thing, but it'll have some summon signs around it. Get to the summon signs, summon everything. They should block the next arrow. Then you need to roll over the second arrow as you move over to a next set of obstacles. Once you've done this next set, he's going to aim at you with like a bunch of arrows that drop from the sky. It's a bit of a trick, so you need to get on your horse, try and outrun it, and then as he fires his next thing, dismount from the horse to prevent yourself getting stunned. Hopefully I can execute it. That's basically how the beginning of this fight starts out. It has been a few days though, so hopefully I can do this pretty well. So I'm not going to sprint. Just going to roll over that. Nope, no, oh, we got it. Oh, usually that goes straight over. I'm going to roll over that one, sprint over here. Now we'll hit this. Get on there like that, get on the horse. Oh no, he got me still. I really want to get to this before those arrows get here. You really want to get these summons in as quickly as you can. There we go, managed to get out there. There we are. Did we get all the summons? I think we did. Still one there by the look of it. Let's grab that. So once he starts getting distracted, things will be a little bit more reasonable. Here we go. So I'm going to take a heal here. I'm going to pop my physic. And we're actually going to go in with the Moonveil. You could stand away poisoning him right now. This is a pretty good opportunity to get some real big damage in on him. Oops. Oh man. Okay, we're losing dudes, so we need to get away. So when people start going down, you basically want to look at the bottom of these banners. Whoa, sir, whoa. Looking at the bottom of the banners. I think we're out, friends. This is actually a bad situation. Almost out, friends. Come on, where are they? Here's one. There's some. Just gotta look around for the signs. We can just continually summon them in. Technically speaking, if you can avoid his attacks long enough, you can probably win just through the summons. Glide this down. We want to make sure we resummon him because he's like mega tank. We'll lead you towards the army. Here we go. Where are you, Blythe? Oh man, he chose me over those. Really? Whoops. Excuse me, sir. I am but the summoner. Obviously, go over the shockwaves. I feel like I shouldn't have to say that, but we will. Right, here we go. We're looking good here. So, let's get some damage in. So halfway, he should decide he's going to fly off. But it's not right now. Quick. Oh, we need to get some more summons out here. He's flown off. Right, let's just go off in a straight line. Because you do not want to get hit by this comet. This will hurt a lot. And this is where I'm going to switch to my bow. It's alright, we need to find all of the summons at this point. Need to get as many as we can. It's those two. We should be able to be cheeky and get some shots in here. Oop. Any more summons for me? There we go. So this is where it is maximum danger. But it's also why you need to be using a bow with your highest amount of range on it, because that will dictate how far away you can hit him from. Excuse me, my peoples. Freaking absurd range on your attacks. Yes, yes, yes. We know you're like the master of gravity and all this. Need to try and lead him into the NPCs because he's just chasing us right now. Alexander's hilarious. Just diving on him. Right, cool. Here we go. Want to get that poison procced on there. Come on. Blythe is dead. We need to get him resummoned realistically because he's a big tanky boy. Summons, the poison's not even proccing yet. Wow, we need to get these summons out. Where are you, sirs? Ouch! Oh dear. Summonios, where are you, summoners? Summonies. Where are they all? He's going to be coming for me real hard now. There's one. I need you, sir. I need you. Unfortunately, my poison build-up's probably run out now. So what was supposed to be the trick is probably not going to work. What I was going to do is comet again. Let's get away. Come on. We probably could just finish him now, but I feel like we should do this the safest possible way. Where are the rest of the summons? Have I run out of being able to summon them? I don't even know if that's a thing we can do. And that's going to be the end of them there. So, kind of a long fight. I don't know why we stopped being able to summon them in the end there. That was kind of weird. Doesn't usually do that to me. But there we have Radahn defeated. Obviously, if you've got any questions kind of about the character or anything like this, there's an entire walkthrough as to how the character got to this point. Obviously, we had the +9 moon veil. We had all the smithing stones and stuff. Trying to explain to you guys, like, 50 episodes worth of walkthrough would be crazy. It's all there. And that is everything. So we have an Alexander to talk to on here somewhere. Where is he? Does it show me on the map? I don't know if it does. And we will also... There's Grace here, and there is a dungeon up to the top end, which is a bit crazy. Yum. Talketh to you.
The glory of the clan. Falling. I can't fight. He was a living. The path is to Nokra. Let's meet. We'll take up our... We'll go into... My only purpose is the curtain.
Yep, so we have a big hole in the ground to go into now. Mega questline progress is about to happen.
Aye. One hit was all after that, and as such, as luck. If I and you know, who could expect? Just you wait. That who could expect it? Just you wait.
I think we need an oil pot for his next interaction. So we'll close out on getting to the... I think it's called like a hero's grave, something like this. Let me have a look at what it's actually called. Yeah, it's a war dead catacombs. That's what it's called. Yeah, everyone should have moved on. Don't know, it kind of reminded me of Blind a little bit. It can be a little bit tough to see, but it's basically like literally tucked in this corner. A few goodies going to want in here. There's a couple of ashes we can get, and you can actually get some. I mean, I don't like using it for this, but a few people were saying when I was live streaming, you can use this for passive rune farming, technically, because there's kind of like two factions fighting each other in here, and you can just leave them fighting and you'll suck all the runes up, basically. So if you want to do that for a couple of hours between this episode and the next one, that's entirely up to you. Oh, I think we get another level. Yay. 2 levels, wow. Change this back to sorcery damage. We are a sorcery build after all. This is such a long ride. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. But here we are. Up to the War Dead Catacombs. I'm going to spend all my runes before I forget, and that will be us closing out the episode. Probably going to get 1 on health and 1 on int. That is my main targetage right now. So I'll see all you guys in the next one.